How to insert a rectal suppository. Rectal suppositories are used for a wide range of medical purposes, such as to deliver medications, for laxative purposes, and in the treatment of hemorrhoids. If you've never used a rectal suppository before, the process may seem quite daunting. However, with the right preparation, the process can be made easy and quick. Method 1. Preparing the suppository. 1. Consult your doctor. Although suppositories can be purchased over the counter, it is always a good idea to consult your doctor before using any new medications. This is especially important if you have experienced constipation for an extended period of time and have tried to treat it at home with suppositories. You should not use laxatives for a long period of time. Also consult your doctor before using a suppository if you are pregnant, breastfeeding, taking other medications, or using it for a child. Also mention if you have severe abdominal pain or feel sick or if you have had an allergic reaction to a laxative in the past. 2. Wash your hands thoroughly with water and soap. Germs and other bacteria are capable of invading the immune system through the rectum if given the chance. For this reason, it's recommended to wash your hands, even if you'll be wearing gloves during the procedure. If your nails are long, you might want to cut them to avoid scratching or injuring the rectal lining. 3. Read the instructions. There are several laxative products available that differ in the way they are applied or on the dosage needed. The strength of the laxative determines how much or many suppositories you need to use. Follow the product label and never exceed the recommended dose. If you are using a prescription laxative, follow the instructions you received from your doctor. If you don't need to take a full dose, cut the suppository in half lengthwise. A lengthwise cut makes insertion much easier than a sideways cut. 4. Apply disposable latex gloves or a finger cot. If you prefer, you can use latex gloves to protect your hands during the application. This is not necessary, but you may feel more comfortable inserting the suppository with gloves on, especially if you have long nails. 5. Make the suppository rigid if it feels soft. If the suppository is too soft, it might be painful to insert it. For this reason, it's recommended that you harden it before insertion. There are several to do this before removing the wrapper. Place it in the refrigerator or freezer for up to 30 minutes. Hold it under cool running water for several minutes. 6. Lubricate the area around the anus with petroleum jelly, optional. You may want to lubricate the surrounding skin to ease the application. Use petroleum jelly or other cream or lotion recommended by your doctor. Method 2. Inserting a suppository into your rectum. 1. Lie on your side. One way to insert the suppository is to do it while lying down. Lie on your left side and pull your right leg upward towards your chest. You can also insert the suppository while standing. In this case, stand with your feet apart and squat down slightly. Another method is to lay on your back, with your legs raised in the air, not unlike a child about to get a diaper change. 2. Insert the suppository into the rectum. To make the insertion easier, lift the right, upper, butt, cheek up to expose the rectum. Insert the suppository lengthwise to make for easier passage. Aim to push the suppository at least 1 inch into the rectum. For children, aim to push the suppository at least 1/2 to 1 inch into the rectum. Also make sure to insert past the sphincter. If the suppository is not inserted past the sphincter, it may eventually come out instead of being delivered by the body. 3. Hold the buttocks together tightly for a few seconds after insertion. This will help keep the suppository from sliding out. You may want to remain lying down for several minutes after insertion. 4. Wait for the medicine to take an effect. Depending on the suppository, it usually takes between 15 to 60 minutes to take an effect and cause a bowel movement. 5. Remove gloves and wash your hands completely. Use warm water and soap and be sure to rub the soap in for at least 20 seconds and then rinse off properly. Method 3. Inserting a suppository as a caregiver. 1. Have the person lie on his side. There are multiple ways the person can position himself, the easiest being laying on one side with his knees drawn toward his chest. 2. Prepare to insert the suppository. Hold the suppository in one hand, between your thumb and forefinger. Use your other hand to lift or open the buttocks so that you can see the anal opening. 3. Insert the suppository. Using your index finger for adults or your pinky for younger children, gently insert the round end of the suppository into the rectum. For an adult, aim to push the suppository at least 1 inch into the rectum. For children, aim to push the suppository at least 1/2 to 1 inch into the rectum. If you have not inserted the suppository far enough, past the sphincter, it will likely be pushed right back out of the rectum. 4. Hold the butt cheeks closed for about 10 minutes. To ensure the suppository doesn't slip out, gently press the person's butt cheeks together. The person's body heat will eventually melt the suppository, allowing it to take effect. 5. Remove gloves and wash your hands thoroughly. Use warm or hot water and soap and be sure to scrub for at least 20 seconds, then rinse. Tips. You should insert it as soon as possible. Holding the suppository for too long will make it melt in your hands. If the suppository should slip out of the rectum, you did not insert it far enough. Make sure that the child is not moving around while you insert the suppository. Warnings. Make sure you wash your hands thoroughly before and after the procedure. Feces contains bacteria that can cause illness.